Okay, so I think I found the issue. This should be, I just typed this wrong. It should be 0.625. All right, and finally we're going to do a graph. What we're doing is doing the graphs of these. So one of these in red and one of these in blue, Y1 in red, Y1 in blue, and Y2 in red. But the first one should be 50-50. And the only one that really satisfies that is number B, the red and the blue both at 0.5. Okay, so that was question 3. Now we're going to go on and look at question 6. Here you have another table of data. You got categories over here, categories across the top. You can load these into Excel if you want, or open them in StatCrunch. But you really don't need it. In this case, they want the marginal frequency for newlyweds who live with family. So I'm going to look at the live with family and then the marginal frequency. So what I need to do is take this live with family and figure out what the total is and then divide by the total. Okay. So I'm going to add these all together, just the marginal frequency, not the relative one, so I'm not dividing by the total. So I just want to add all of these together to get that total column over here. You could do this by hand, or again, once you have this loaded into Excel, the easy way to do it would be just a sum command. So 194, which is choice C. Okay, and then I want to look at question 8. And in this case, we're going to look at the percent of people who own their own home and make between 35 and 50,000 a year. Okay, so this is out of everybody, the ones that own their own home and make between 35 and 50,000. So that's 202 out of the grand total. So again, what you could do to make this easier on yourself is load it into Excel. And then use Excel to get the totals. So I'll equal sum. And I'll click and drag through these. And I'll use the autofill feature to just copy this down, the sum feature, all the way down to here. And then I'll do these vertical sums as well. And I'll copy those sums over using the autofill feature as well. So anyway, the grand total appears to be 1577. So now what I want to do is find this percent of the ones who own their own home and are between 35 and 50,000. So that's 202 out of the total. So I want to take equals 202 divided by 1577 and then express that as a percent by shifting the decimal point 2 places to the right. So I get 12.8%. This is a multiple choice question. Okay, so I actually made a mistake. Here they want a conditional probability. So they're talking about what percent of people who own their own home. Of those who own their own home, now what percent make between 35 and 50,000? So restricting yourself to this top column. In other words, out of the 1,164 who own their own home, what percentage of them are in this income bracket? So we're going to take 202 divided by 1164. And I get 17%, 17.354%, which does match actually choice A over here. All right, well, that's my video for today, and I'll talk to you next time.